Hello, precious one. I welcome you once again to Kenyako Mathematics Classroom. On this particular episode, we are going to look at how best we can solve these particular questions we are given. We are given these two questions to solve. Now, question number 1. If A equals 2, 1, 3, 4, and B equals 3 minus 2, 6, 5, we have to find the determinant of A and B. Question number 2, we have to solve the following equations. The determinant of this matrix, x plus 1, 2, 2x minus 1, 3 is equal to 4. We have to solve this equation. And we are also asked to solve the determinant of 5x plus 2, 6x minus 3, 4, 3 equals 0. Don't forget that this is the determinant symbol. So when you see this, we are talking about determinant. Now, the first question, let's look at how best we can solve question number 1. Question number 1, we are given the matrix A to be 2, 1, 3, 4. Then we are given the matrix B to be equals to 3 minus 2. Then we have 6, 5. We have to find the determinant of A and B. So the determinant of A will be equal to, you know that the determinant of a matrix is, we multiply the first element by the fourth element minus the multiplication of the second element by the third element. So we are going to have 2 times 4. That is 2 times 4 minus then 1 times 3. That is 1 times 3. And so this will be equal to 2 times 4 is 8 minus 1 times 3 is 3. And the answer will be 5. So the determinant of A is equal to 5. Now, the determinant of B will be equal to, the matrix B is 3 minus 2, 6, 5. So the determinant of B will be equal to the first element multiplied by the fourth element. That is 3 times 5 minus the second element minus 2 times the third element, 6. And so this will be equal to 3 times 5 will give us 15 minus the minus 2 times 6 will give us minus 12. And so we have 15 minus 12. That is 15. This will be 15 plus 12. This is because the coefficient here is 1. So minus 1 times minus 12 give us plus 12. So 15 plus 12 will give us 27. That means that the determinant of the matrix B is also equal to 27. So that is the solution to question number 1. That is how we solve the question number 1. Now let's look at how best we can also solve question number 2. Let's look at how best we can solve question number 2. Now with the question number 2, it's in 2 parts. The first part, we actually solve this equation, x plus 1, 2, we have 2x minus 1, 3, this is equal to 4. Now this is the determinant symbol. That means that the determinant of this matrix, the determinant of x plus 1, 2, 2x minus 1, 3 is equal to 4. Now how do you find the determinant? We multiply the first element by the fourth element minus the second element times the third element. We equate whatever we are getting on the left hand side to 4. So we start with that. Now we have this times that. So we have x plus 1 times 3. Then minus, then we have 2 also multiplying 2x minus 1. Don't forget that this is equal to 4. So we simplify. Now we have 3 times x giving us 3x. Then we have 3 times 1 will give us plus 3. Then we have minus. We can simplify this before we open the bracket. So we have 2 times 2x here. Then we have 4x. Then we have 2 times minus 1. This will give us minus 2. And this is equal to 4. So we have 3x here plus 3. Now we have minus 1 times 4x, because the coefficient here is 1. So minus 1 times 4x will give us minus 4x. Then minus 1 times minus 2 will give us plus 2. And this will be equal to 4. So now in simplifying, we can say that we have 3x here, we have 4x here. That is, we are grouping the terms. Then we have plus 3 here, we have plus 2 here is equal to 4. Now 3 minus, that is 3x minus 4x give us minus x. Then we have plus 3 plus 2 give us 5. And this will be equal to 4. So now we can choose to group the constant on the right hand side or the constant on the left hand side. Now let's group the constant on the left hand side. That means that we have plus on the left hand side, the 4 will be minus 4 on the left hand side, then the minus x will be x on the right hand side. Now 5 minus 4 give us 1. This is equal to x. Now if you have 1 equals x, it's the same as x is equal to 1. If you have 1 equals x, it's the same as x equals 1. So the value of x is equal to 1. So that's how we solve equations like that. Now we are going to look at the B part of the second question. If the determinant of 5x plus 2, 6x minus 3, 4, and 3 is equal to 0, we have to solve for this. That means you are supposed to find the value of x. And now let's see how best we can also solve that problem. So we have the B part of the second question that says that if the determinant of 5x plus 2, 6x minus 3, then we have 4, 3 is equal to 0. Now how do you find the determinant? We know that we multiply 5x plus 2 by 3. That's the fourth element. Then minus the second element, we have 6x minus 3 multiplied by 4. We equate to 0 because that's what we have been given in the question. Now we simplify. 3 times 5x will give us 15x, and 3 times 2 will give us plus 6. Then we have minus. Let's simplify this because before we open the bracket. So we have 4 times 6x, and that will give us 24x. Then 4 times minus 3 will give us minus 12. And this will be equal to 0. So we have 15x plus 6. Then we have minus 1. Don't forget that the coefficient here is 1. There's a constant there, but it is not written. So we have minus 1 times 24x, and that will give us minus 24x. And the same minus 1 times minus 12 will give us plus 12. And this will be equal to 0. Now we group the terms. So we have 15x here. We have minus 24x here. Don't forget we have plus 6 here. Then we have plus 12 here. This is equal to 0. So 15x minus 24x will give us minus 9x. Then plus 6 plus 12 will give us 18. And this is equal to 0. So now we have 18 still on the left hand side. But the minus 9x will be 9x on the right hand side. And I guess you understand that. So we have 18 is equal to 9x. Now if you have 18 is equal to 9x and you want to make x the subject, or you are calculating for x, that means you divide both sides by the constant that is attached to that variable. So 9 into 18 will give us 2, and 9 into 9 will give us 1, but we don't write 1 next, so we say x. So the value of x is equal to 2. The value of x is equal to 2. So that is how best we also solve the B part of the second question. So that will be all for now on this particular episode.